Hello everyone, I am so excited. Simon Hurley just came out with 3 new Lunar Paste, which is epic. I believe this rounds him out to a total of 12 out of his either 24 or 30 colors of dye ink pads that he already has that coordinates, which is super cool. I'm gonna show you some stuff that you can do with that, but I have to be real. I am almost more excited about this tool set. Let's open it up. This is wonderful because what it does is it allows you to get even coverage with your paste and little spatula here to dig it out with. So we are going to test out these new colors on black cardstock so you can see what it looks like, as well as a white cardstock. And I will have everything I'm using listed down below. But you guys, this right here, these are epic. Let's first try this out on some white cardstock. His new colors are Tropical Tango. And again, they do coordinate with the ink. So they match. It's fantastic. And then we have Shooting Star. I love this yellow so much. I'm really glad that he came out with a vibrant yellow, which again coordinates with Shooting Star. And then we have Roar, which is a beautiful orange. Now, he also has out Traffic Cone. So what I'm gonna do at the end of this video is I'm actually gonna lay them all out and make kind of like a really cool rainbow effect card. I can't wait using these new tools. But let's just go ahead and just check this out. So what I wanna do is I actually wanna take and layer up first the ink, and then we'll swipe it with the Lunar Paste so you can see how well it matches, first of all, with the ink, and then also with the Lunar Paste, what the new colors look like. So this one is Shooting Star. This one's first, obviously. So pretty. And then next up, I think we're gonna lay down let's just do some Roar. Next up, I am using the wonderful dome, the foam domes. I don't know what they're called. I'll have them listed down below too. I love these. They allow everything to go on just beautifully. Look how pretty this color is. And again, this is Roar. So this is the ink. So I'm gonna layer on the Lunar Paste on top of this. Now, of course, when I do this on the black, I'm not gonna be able to layer on the paste simply because I can't layer it on top of the dye ink pad simply because the dye won't show up really very well on that black, but you'll be able just to see how true the Lunar Paste color can stay you know, on the black. Like, what does it look like on the black? So I'm just gonna go on back through, kind of blend it out just a wee bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just take, I like to just water activate this just a little bit, just to get it to move a tiny bit. And then I just take and dab it up like that. All right, so as this sets up, why don't we first run our colors on the black, because I want that to dry just a little bit before I start to layer out that Lunar Paste. But look how pretty that is so far. I'm excited, so excited. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and do it in order. So let me just take, first up is our Shooting Star, and just gonna take and just run that across. For this particular demo, I'm just gonna use the palette so you can kind of see just doing different kinds of textures in it. I'll make some areas thicker and some thinner, like how you see how that kind of thins out and you can see the black through. So depending on how much you lay down really will depend upon how opaque or transparent it is. All right, so that was the Shooting Star. So next up, let's try out this new Roar. And I'm just gonna steal right off the top there. Oh, that's so pretty, that Roar. Love it. So again, and I'll just blend it kind of up through there just so you can see how well they mix. And then if you can definitely add some texture into this and some dimension into the dimension. Oh, I can't even talk. So today I had to check out of my classroom and I'm brain dead. It's so funny. As a teacher, I feel like I'm gone back to college because I remember in college how I would, after I would get done with a semester, I'd go, and I would get home and I would sleep for like 2 weeks. I would sleep so much because I was so tired. And I'm like, oh man, I hope that we haven't gone back to those days. Oh, this is this is Tropical Tango. I really like that. Oh, so pretty. So anyway, that's what this looks like on the black, okay? So let's go ahead and now let's try it out on our white one that we already have laid down with our ink, just so you can see what it looks like on the ink. Like, how well does this compare on the ink? All right, what does it do? Let's see. Okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna start with Tropical Tango. I'm just gonna lay that out and see, that's pretty. Matches really well. I mean, these colors are spot on indeed. All right, and then we'll do Roar next. Right, do some Roar. Look how pretty that is. That goes in nice too. Okay, and then after this, we'll finally finish up with that shooting star. Alrighty, so let's just see what this one does here. So the colors are pretty true. And regardless of if it goes on a white background or a black background, your colors are gonna remain consistent throughout. All right, so let me see here. I'll just flip this over just so you can see. Take a look, take a look. So shiny, so pretty. And again, you know, the colors stay pretty consistent, right? Now, I just want to take this and I'm going to swipe and then I'm going to swipe, all right? Because just want to see. Here we go. Whoosh. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to use this right here, okay? I'm going to use all of this on here to do this one. I love it. I love that look now. Really pretty. And then, you know, you can take it down a little bit more and do it again. Now I'm having too much fun. Then like that. So fun. Then like this. Just making sure I get some of those colors blended on through here like that. That's really pretty. Oh, I'm having too much fun. Oh. I love this. There we go. All right, so those are the new colors. I flattened that out quite a bit. It's gonna dry really, really pretty. I am just taking this and kind of wiping it down because I want to show some other ways that you can use this. I'm going to run it through some stencils and I'm going to use our new toy on this. So let's see how this works with some stencils. Right. For this one, we're just going to stick with Shooting Stars and Roar, and I'm going to concentrate on the Shooting Stars for the paste. So I just want to blend through some of these colors. I'm not going in any particular order here, but we're just going to do Roar and then the Shooting Star. And these should blend really nicely together. Roar is kind of a secondary color, and because you have to use yellow and red to make it. So these should blend really, really well together. All right, so there's Shooting Star. Here is Roar. Right on over here. My air conditioning is so loud. All right. So I'm just blending that on through just to create kind of a background. I'm not trying to fall in love with this background right Never ever fall in love with your background. If you fall in love with your background, you're gonna have some problems, unfortunately, because then you're not gonna wanna do anything on it. But even if you do fall in love with your background, it's okay, because you can just pop a sentiment on it and call it good. But I'm just trying to get some color down here, like so. This is a card base. It's by Wendy, who's also through Reinker. It's her perfect card base. I'll have that link down below too for you. So everything I'm using, I'm gonna do my best to try to find it all for you, so we can just link it on through. There we go. And again, I just want to take, especially right there, put some water down on it. And there it is. All right, now that we have that done, now we're gonna layer out this. So this stencil is one of Simon Hurley's stencils. It is called Pow, and I'll have it for you down below. And now we get to try out this fun one. I cannot wait. So I'm just gonna put this on my card front. I'm gonna use Shooting Star for this. And just take it down that side, like so. So excited for these new tools. You have no idea how awesome this is. Let me pick up some more of my Lunar Paste. This time, what if I just try to, there we go. Just spread it on out. Like so. Need to get some more up there in that corner. There we go. All right, take this up, and voila, that was really pretty. That worked really, really nicely. Look how pretty that is. So now that's gonna dry, but what a fun background. Love it. And the tools really helped keep it nice and consistent. So let's go ahead and try another one. One thing that you can do with Lunar Paste that not everyone knows is you can actually paint with it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this Shooting Star and Roar, and I'm actually gonna paint with it first, and then I will layer on the stencil on over it. So you can layer it up and actually use it as paint. What you want to do is, obviously you don't want to keep it that thick, so you're going to want to add in some water, and it'll actually turn it into a beautiful shimmery type watercolor paint. You can also take and put this in a water bottle, like a misting bottle, and put this in with some water and spray it. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this Lunar Paste. So I'm just gonna take my paintbrush here and just give this a nice mix. And I'm going to just layer it on the background here. So taking this, and again, I wanna just turn it into some paint. Need a little bit more water. The more water you add, the more opaque the paint will get, right? And then I'm just gonna do some brush strokes kind of all over. Tap it on like that. And it paints great. It's so fun to do this little technique. Okay, then clean off your brush. Although on this, you really don't have to worry about it because these blend really nicely together. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I put way too much Lunar Paste down. So when you do this technique, don't use as much Lunar Paste as I have down. I'm just gonna go through and add that. Then I wanna go back and put in a little bit more yellow. I did clean up my space a little bit because I wanted to create some more yellow, some more shooting star paint. And this time I'm just gonna try to blend it through and see what happens here. So it is starting to blend slightly with the roar, and it's giving a really pretty yellowish orange base, and it's super shiny and super pretty. So let's try to mix. Let's try to do a little bit of mixing in which I lay out some of the roar and some of the shooting star and just get kind of a little bit of a custom color here, because that's something that's really fun to do with this paint as well. We're just experimenting right now, seeing what the paint can and cannot do, right? That's all this is about, or what this Lunar Paste can and cannot do. All right, so let me just take and get that nice and wet. And, you know, we'll blend it through with this. Just see here what kind of fun color we get. I think I want to lighten that up a little bit with some of the shooting star, because I think that the roar kind of took over, which is okay. We'll add in some more shooting star for our customized paint here. And we're gonna have a lot, but we're learning, right? Okay, so now just take this and just mix that on through, yes. All right, I'm liking that. So again, if you want it to be more opaque, or if you want the texture to be a little bit, it holds up a little bit better, where it keeps its structure, you just add less water. And I'm really, really mixing this on through. And I'm just gonna take and just, oh, I like it. Yeah, I'm just gonna tap it on. I kind of want the brush strokes in there like that. And it does dry relatively quickly. I did open up my card front just because I thought it would go on a little bit neater. I'm loving what that looks like. I don't know about you, but that's fun. Oh, so pretty. All right, I love that. I'm gonna clean up for a minute, kind of let this set up, and then I'll be back to lay on the stencil. I gotta tell you, it dried relatively quick, and see how pretty that is? I really like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna put just the roar on top of it. This particular stencil is called Tiny Circles. So, just gonna take and oh, trying to line it up. I can be kind of silly about that, you know? You know what I mean? Anyone else silly about lining it up? But I can be a little bit silly about it. So I'm just gonna put it right here on the edge. Like so. And then take a handy dandy little tool and just pull it on through. Pull it on. got some up on top of the card base. But you know what? That's okay. That just shows that it's a handmade card, right? I love this thing. I'm just gonna sit here and play with it. Man, it's great. I still got some down here that I want. I don't feel like I'm having much go to waste with this, you know? It's great. All right, let's see what we have. So pretty. Love it. All right, I'm gonna set this aside to dry, and then I'm gonna show you one other way that you can actually use your paste and your ink to create a pretty cool back. I'm gonna use a flip-flop chevron for this. And oop, my finger's a little bit dirty from the last one. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm first going to take and actually layer up. I'm gonna use my Tropical Tango ink, and I'm gonna put the first layer of ink on, and then I'm gonna go back and use my paste. So what this does is it creates a really cool background. So I'm just gonna layer that on through. I'm gonna use my Lunar Paste in the same color to create a chevron pattern. There's another one that he has too. That's really cool. It's a honeycomb one. Oh, so fun. Anyway, here we go. So that's layered on first. Now I'm gonna take it, flip it, and I'm gonna layer on my Tropical Tango Lunar Paste from here. Going in with a heavy hand on this one, then just there we go. And voila. Now we have a really cool chevron piece that is the same color, right? Maybe a different, I went in lighter hand with that Tropical Tango, so it's the same color, a little bit lighter in the shade of it, but it's the same thing. And that shine and dimension from the Lunar Paste makes that so pretty, so cool. Now I'm gonna do what I'm super excited to do, and that is create almost a rainbow with all of the Lunar Paste together. So excited to do this. Needless to say, I'm really digging on these new Lunar Pastes. This is the one I kind of had fun with on the rainbow technique I did. And then here's the other one I did with you, as well as this one and that one. These are beautiful backgrounds that I will have fun creating with. I will post my finished cards over on Instagram, so make sure you check them out over there. I'm Beth Golden. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you like this video, feel free, I would love it actually, if you would give it a thumbs up. Until next time, I'm Beth Golden. Happy crafting.